Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bedomy and this is Back for Blood. The spiritual successor, let's not mix up words with something weird, spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead franchise. It is a game developed by Turtle Rock Studios and published by Warner Bros. Entertainment. And as I already mentioned, this is their spiritual sequel to their Left 4 Dead IP, which is currently held by Valve. So the question is, what exactly is Back 4 Blood? It is a first-person co-op horror shooter that focuses on inventory, well, not inventory management, but it's a mixed bag. It is inventory management, but mostly resource management, to be more precise. As you can see, we have quite a number of weapons on hand that we can equip to our character, as well as additional. Just give me a second. As well as additional accessories that will increase our weapons' killing potential. So as you can see, we have 4 slots. We have a small inventory which consists of a ranged weapon, a melee weapon, or a pistol, as well as a grenade, a healing item, or an ammo pouch, as well as special items which are supposed to be carried throughout the game. Well, depends on the mission structure. But first and foremost, let's take a look at the options menu itself and discuss some of the other elements of the game that I kind of like and dislike. First and foremost, I should warn you that this is a beta version, so some aspects of the game will be adjusted when the game is finally released. One thing about the beta I do not like in particular is how timed it is. I only recently got the key for the beta version, and I couldn't play it for almost a week since the first testing period was over so quickly. So I had to wait for this week in order to play the game, and I only had 3 days. I only had 3 days to actually play the game as much as I could. But so far, I do have to agree with what the general public says. The game is pretty fun, but it's more of the same, basically. If you ever played Left 4 Dead or Vermintide, you know what you're going into. You're playing with a team of three additional players as a team of 4 against a horde of enemies. But anyway, we'll discuss that when the gameplay comes in. We'll take a look at what the options, since we're already here. So as you can see, we have quite a lot of options when it comes to gameplay, such as hit markers, tutorials, all weapons full auto, basically which weapons, which firing modes you prefer on your weapons, and which modifications would you prefer to play with. For example, if you want to switch to the new weapon you just equipped, that you can turn it on or off. You can also switch to the next weapon when you run out of ammo. There's also auto recoil. I'm gonna go without this I'm pretty sure I turned this off already, but for some reason it's turned on again. So yeah, there seems to be a bug of some sort here. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fixed later on. Anyway, as you can see, we have quite a number of options when it comes to gameplay itself. Accessibility, text-to-speech. You can communicate with your team by texting them, and it will automatically voiced for you. But you could also use a communication circle as well as your headset or desk mic, depending on what you prefer to use. You can also turn on the profanity filter, which I would recommend if you're... Well, actually, I would recommend that you let children play this, because there is gore and swearing, so some level of maturity is required in order to... I mean, this is basically a game about shooting undead creatures that are trying to kill you, but still. Children today really do get a lot of it. Do tend to spend a lot of time on the internet and learn a bunch of profanities, and yeah, I really would recommend that you buy this for underage children, or at least younger than 15. Anyway, camera motion strength, weapon opacity, colorblind mode, that's all not well and good. You can also adjust your subtitles, as well as some social aspects, such as receive invitations from specific people or anyone. And that's about it for the gameplay itself. The mouse and keyboard are more or less self-explanatory. It lets you adjust your mouse control as well as rebind your actions to separate keys. And this is lovely. Every action has a separate button for it, which gives you a lot of movement control as well as action control. I already stressed this enough times, but when you're porting a game when you're making a PC game with multiple actions that you have to perform, make sure that every action has a unique button to attach to it. It makes your life easier in the long run, not only for the player but also for the developers. If they know that one specific action has a specific key, you can trace your steps and just eliminate some possibilities of bugs like that. Anyway, as you can see, we have quite a number of actions we can actually use, as well as special abilities from the special infected, or ridden in this case. There's also a pretty decent ping system, which you can access fairly easily with the Q button. The gamepad, well, I'm not playing this with a gamepad, so I'm not well versed in it, but you can check the layout. You have a pre-made layout for the controls, and you can readjust the stick sensitivity and control here. Movement, hold this button to crouch, I think, and that's about it. Graphic-wise, the game really delivers. You can choose if you want to play with borderless window, windowed mode, full screen, which resolution, anti-aliasing, motion blur, field of view. Okay, this is a little better. Okay, I admit, I did set some of these things differently before, and it seems that they were reset. So I'm not sure if that's because of an update that happened recently, or was it because of something else. Anyway, you can adjust your frame rate, VSync, graphical quality, as well as some. Well, you can adjust the quality presets or adjust them to your own personal preference. Brightness, advanced setting, everything is customizable, as you can see. Audio, yes, I would like to apply this. Audio, that's as you can see, is pretty solid, all things considered. You can adjust master volume, special effects volume, dialogue, music, as well as mic volume and voice volume in the voice chat separately, which is always nice. You can also adjust if you want to play sounds in the background, as well as your preferred dialogue for the... and choose your preferred dialogue depending on where you're playing from. As you can see, we currently only have English, but I'm pretty sure that as the game gets released, well, when the game gets released, we'll have multiple languages to choose from. Talk mode, push to talk. Yeah, go with push to talk. It makes your life easier. Although I would recommend that you play this with friends, not with random people, because things can get weird on occasion. Anyway, those are the options. That's the option menu. So let's move on. So as I said, this game is a first-person co-op shooter. The basic premise of the game is you're a special type of survivor that's immune to a new disease that's turning people into zombies. And you're forced to move out of this safe haven with survivors, where the survivors live, and venture forth into... Let's see if I can climb this. Venture forth into infected regions and fight off the infected monstrosities in order to get supplies as well as intel on other survivors and or possible cure for the infection. Well, to be fair, it's not an infection, it's a bug. It's an ancient frozen bug that was discovered in Antarctica, and now it's wreaking havoc across the world because it got free from its captivity somehow. So we usually start game in medias res. This is something that Turtle Rock Studios excels at when it comes to their shooters. They want them to be. They usually go for them like they were small horror movies, if that makes sense. You have a group of survivors that have to pass through certain acts or levels and achieve a specific objective while fighting off hordes of monstrosities while they scavenge the area for additional munitions, upgrades for their weapons, and or healing items that they can use until they reach safety. So yeah, it's pretty much Left 4 Dead, only with a new coat of paint and a different title because, well, Valve didn't want to release the title.
Hey, cat!
So this is just a basic training area where you can test your weapons and other explosive devices, as well as your melee weapons and ranged weapons. But as the game progresses, you will find additional supplies that will help you fight off other opponents. So that's the basic premise of the game at the very least. But there is a bit of a twist to this one. You see, unlike most first-person co-op shooters, you have a perk system where every character has a specific set of bonuses they bring to the table when you pick a character. But don't be fooled. The character models will move at the same speed. They will carry the same amount of items no matter who they are and how capable they are. Their health pools are the same, their agility is the same, everything about the characters is universally the same. The only difference here is some minor perks they have, as well as their physical appearance, but it does not affect the gameplay too much. But since we're here, let's just finish what I was saying. This game is a live service experience, at least that's the intention for it. What that means is the game will always be online, even if you want to play it solo, you'll have to do this online. So Warner Brothers will keep track of your movements and your actions in the game, as well as achievements, which will quote-unquote help improve performance in the future. Which honestly isn't a bad idea. It's in theory at least. This allows the developers to check to see which levels need work, which monsters need to be buffed or nerfed, as well as adding additional content would be fast. It helps people. It helps the developers track what people prefer. All in all, but personally, I'm not a big fan of this live service experience because one, it requires you to be online constantly, and you never know what exactly this supposed surveillance actually includes. They can, for all you know, track your not only your system hardware and software, but also steal information, passwords, and other illegal activities are possible with live services if somebody hacks them, or it can just turn out that the publisher itself is abusing your trust and selling your information. I mean, just look at what Facebook did. Anyway, as you can see, I just used the ping system. I'm using the ping system to notify my fellow teammates when I see something.
We're a team, so let's be teamy and stay together.
As well as highlight some other useful items. That's the basic ping, and you also have a communications reel, which allows you to say specific phrases and use specific pings to your teammates if you're not using a voice chat. So anyway, yeah, this is an always online experience, but for what it's worth, it's not a bad one.
Wise decision.
So first and foremost, let's take a look at the perk deck, which is as the name suggests, the deck of specific perks you have to construct in order to play the game. Whenever a round starts, you'll be given a choice between the cards in your deck, and depending on your choice, you will be given an additional bonus, such as additional health, extra ammunition, reloading speed, or turn your push into a melee attack with a knife. I know it sounds weird, but honestly, it's a good change to the old
Appreciate that a lot.
co-op shooter formula that we saw over the years. Granted, I wish that the developers simply created different characters with different skill sets. For example, let's just take a look at we'll take a look at Hoffman. As you can see, the guy is not in his prime, to say the least, but he does have some useful perks useful abilities that he brings to the table. Granted, I kind of wish when they were developing the characters that their physical attributes and capabilities were put into consideration. For example, Mom is an elderly woman, so you can expect that she is not very agile, unlike our. Actually, I forgot what the guy's name is, but like my current character, you wouldn't expect her to actually jump over fences or carry heavy equipment. Similar things can be said about Hoffman. He is not agile, but he should be able to carry heavier weapons. Things would be interesting, is what I'm trying to say. The gameplay would be different for every player, and they would have to work together more than they already are. As it is, it's just a run and gun shooter with your friends. it does has its challenges. It does has a challenge to it, but if you want to make this into a horror experience, make different characters. Humans are not similar. Not all humans are created equal. Some are slow, but are capable of repairing a generator. Some are faster, but not very precise with weaponry. So they have to rely on their melee skills. The game would have a lot of tension to it if they just added these small bonuses, small touches. Anyway, as you can see, I'm going to stop blubbering about the game itself and just head on into the gameplay. Head on into the gameplay itself. Since this is a beta version, I'm pretty sure I'm just limited to the first act and the 3 difficulties. To make things easier, I'm just gonna go with the quick play, take the easiest difficulty, and see where it leads me. So, whenever a round starts, you have to choose one character and then choose a card from the deck in order to give you and your team the necessary perks in order to survive. And the game will also randomize things by introducing dark perks, which are oh dear. I honestly hope that my
Hell yeah, I'm ready. What are we doing again?
That my connection will hold. So as you can see, we're currently capable of only playing cooperatively with other people, but yes, these are the corruption cards I was mentioning. These are specific perks that you have, perks or challenges that the gameplay will introduce in order to that the game will introduce to your run through the level. If you manage to pass the challenge, you'll be awarded with additional money, as well as extra equipment. So I'm just gonna choose a little healing card for myself and participate in this run with the random people. Oh boy, let's see. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Let's see, my ping is decent. So anyway, as you can see, this is... if you ever played Left 4 Dead, this is going to feel familiar. You start off in a safe house, get your equipment from this chest, which you have to pay with in-game currency. And I can't wait to see how this will get abused when the game gets released. And once everyone is ready, you run out of the area and start killing everything that moves. Don't worry that if you're worried that you'll kill friendly NPCs, do not worry. Everyone has been canonically evacuated or killed by... oh dear, this could be a problem. By the infection, so you'll only have to worry about the undead creatures. Alright. As you saw, there are quite a number of challenges with those corruption cards. One of them is Silence is Golden. Survive the level without setting off any car alarms or other hazards. Which can be challenging, I have to admit. But let's see if we can...
Oh, sorry! That probably smarts, right?
Let's see what can be done here. The team is ready, I'm just gonna...
Still got it, HR.
Let's see.
Still got it.
Ready? I'm ready.
I'm just gonna use the communication circle in order to see what the guys have to say. So... depending on your perk deck, depending on the perk deck, you will have additional offensive or defensive abilities. Currently, I have a melee-focused build, which heals me for every successful melee kill. And depending on your performance in the game, you will be rewarded with additional
I'll take this.
equipment as well as ammunition.
Yeah.
So I'm going to equip this shotgun real quick, just so that we can deal with these.
Who the fuck shot me?
Oops. Sorry. So as you can see, the game has some problems with connectivity, as you just saw. On occasion, nope. Okay, that happened. I sincerely hope that that this is not a thing when it comes to the end product. But then again, the end product will have an offline solo version, technically speaking. So you can. So if your connection is portable, you're going to you'll be able to play solo. But I won't recommend playing with. But the bots are kind of dim-witted, and when you're playing it solo. While we're here, I'm just gonna explain. These are.
There must be something good in there to lock it down.
These are locked off areas, which are storage facilities with very powerful weapons and items. You can unlock with specific equipment. And the point of the game is to stick together with your teammates, because the game has a. I'm not sure if they have an AI director again, or something similar, but the game will. The game will.
Evansburg is gone.
The game will. Damn it! The game will spawn special infected or additional infected if your run is going too smoothly, to make things harder for you. But granted, you have devastating weapons on hand, so you can easily obliterate. Ooh. So you can. So you can kill off your enemies in a wide variety of ways. Okay, for now I'm just gonna try to follow that.
Assault rifle. Nice.
Follow that challenge that we were given, and try to avoid alerting the horde too much. As you can see, sticking together with other people is safer and better for your health.
Need to reload.
And careful weapon composition will help you survive for a longer period of time. So I don't need a healing kit so much because my perk heals me when I kill someone. So I can just focus on protecting my teammates when they're reloading. Second of all, as you can see, the game is gorgeous. The lighting effects, the weapon and enemy variety is very satisfying. The weapons are nicely animated, and they have a nice they do have nice sound effects. And the ping system really makes it easier for anyone to communicate with random people if they don't have a microphone for their PC. And there's also a little system that measures your team play, and calculates how well you work with other people. It gives you points for protecting your teammates, as well as killing special infected or normal infected, as well as how you kill them with which weapons. But as I mentioned before, I do wish that the game had a bit more to its character difference aside from the perk system.
Let's check this place out. There.
Apart from the perk system. Excuse me for a second. Come on. Thought you were dead. Thankfully, there is no... you cannot get infected by the zombie bites, so you should be... So you should be fine. But be careful if you get swarmed by a bunch of these infected. They will take small chunks of your... One infected can take one chunk of your health in total, but if there's a bunch of them...
going around, so...
If there's a lot of them, you'll be killed off fairly quickly. And the special infected will do a lot of damage or just incapacitate you for a limited time. So try to... Whoa! So do try to stay alive and stick close to your teammates in order to win the round on harder difficulties. Let's see, there's also a versus mode that lets you play as the infected, but unfortunately there is no training mode for the special infected. So you have to make do with your...
Let's look for a way through.
You have to make do with...
Ammo!
Make do on the spot with in-game tutorials, which is a bit annoying. As you can see, we're waiting for the rest of the team to just get ready. Search for every useful item they can find.
Let's put our heads together and figure things out.
Can't go this way.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna use this healing station to heal myself. Oh. Ow. Bollocks.
Anyone need anything from the first aid cabinet?
I forgot I was at full health, but...
Well, I think I'm good, but
So
I'm
I
not a
think-
doctor. Come to think of it, I do have this nagging pain.
Okay, the tidbits of dialogue between the characters are always fun to listen to. But as I said, I really wish that these characters had some unique gameplay elements to them. For example, Hoffman shouldn't be able... Oh wait, that's not Hoffman, that's Hoffman. Hoffman shouldn't be able to jump up that box like I am. Or climb it in this case. But he is capable of doing so. And I really wish that server didn't hitch so much. But, yeah. I honestly get it. Different people will play the game and they probably won't have enough time to just browse through the level like an explorer. They will want to finish the level quickly. So it's probably something that this is probably done to...
Ready?
Give me a second. Need to fix myself up.
This was probably done to make life easier for everyone who wants to play this. But I really wish that the maps themselves had... I mean, the maps do have a nice variety to them.
I wouldn't do this for just anybody.
They are
What
very...
I'm saying is,
Well,
owe me.
they are very well crafted and linear. They guide you from point A to point B, but I really wish that they had some other elements to them, such as traversal points or little differences or little shortcuts that we could use. Maybe if a character was capable of fixing or hacking into a PC, they could open up a shortcut. Oh. They could open a shortcut for the rest of the team, or a more agile character should be able to jump up this ledge and find another way around without triggering this horde. Although this is story related, so it's kind of understandable. But I really wish that they added some other gameplay changes apart from the perk cards. Let's see. As you can see, I am really keeping the enemy horde at bay. There is no block button, so I have to make do with the melee and kill. Whoa! What the hell? Oh, an exploder jumped behind me, probably, and infected me with something which affects my performance. Also, be careful of where you're attacking. You might damage or kill your teammates by accident on harder difficulties. So for now, I'm just gonna... Come on! Die already! I'm not gonna lie, I kinda miss the old dismemberment system of Left 4 Dead. That Left 4 Dead used to have. It was quite...
Rest up there before we head to the bridge.
Nice! A first aid cabinet!
It was better
Lights on.
implemented when it came to animation. But thankfully we do have defib units that can heal us up.
Need this.
Hold still.
Thanks, brother.
'cause I'm not sure what I'm doing.
And we can also
Sawed-off shotgun! See that?
explore the maps we're in order to find additional weapons and equipment. That's always nice. But what I was trying to say is, apart from the regular infected, you will encounter some deadlier variants,
Go!
and depending on your weapons, excuse me for a second. Depending on your weapon of choice, you will have specific power-ups and add-ons you can use for them. And that's about it. The gameplay itself is very fun. I'm having fun while running around and exploring the gameplay area with my teammates in order to find additional weapons and equipment, as well as in-game currency. I can also share my healing items or other weapons with my teammates depending on the situation.
Whenever you're ready.
Need a
You're on
minute.
your own out there.
Stick together.
And yeah, the gameplay itself is pretty fun. The characters, well, the characters are honestly not as memorable as the characters from
Hurry
Left 4 Dead, but
We're all alive, so going to count
The-
that as a win.
the gameplay loop is still fun. You run around, you kill hordes of zombies from point A to point B, and work as a team. And as I said, I really wish that, aside from the perks, I really wish that the characters had different capabilities when it comes to their characters. Let's be honest. Apart from character models, they really should be physically capable or incapable of certain actions. But the maps are generally pretty, I wouldn't say short, but they have a decent length to them. You can finish them off, and you can finish off a specific acts in, well, 4 acts in one sitting, more or less, before you get bored, and then you can just goof around with your friends. Every level has general premises get from point A to point B, but why? But every level has a... I do apologize. Every level has its own unique end goals you have to follow. As you can see, no one left behind. It basically requires that we stay alive as a team, and we have to finish the mission while achieving a specific goal. Let's see. I'm gonna give us extra ammo. I think this should affect the whole team. This deck should affect the whole team as well as me, but depending on the difficulty, you will probably have to race around the area in order to get to in-game currency or specific weapons and ammunition. As you see, we do have 3 crosses next to our health bars,
Absolutely.
which are
Anyone need it?
All right, we got this.
a number of continues we can use. So once the character gets killed, he can either take over a bot character, or he has to wait for his teammates to find him again, and then he can come back into action. But if the whole team gets killed, we have to restart the whole level. And these continues are used up. So the plan for a good level run is to communicate, stay together, and just and pick your targets carefully, as well as the upgrades for your weapons. And the shop will also allow you to upgrade your teammates with extra health or
My bad.
weapon
Anyone catch the
and
weather today?
or
Wondering if I should bring a jacket.
additional ammunition.
Reloading.
As you can see, I'm currently trying to keep my teammates alive and well.
You don't have another option. It's this or swim.
And as always, like any other decent co-op shooter, you're not capable of swimming. So there are some stage hazards you have to keep your eye out for.
We cannot delay. Do you copy? Sound tactical
Oh,
plan.
go away.
I think they like me a little too much.
Oh, damn it. Wait, hold up. I was in fire and I didn't get killed. What the hell? As you can see, sometimes the weapons will register like they did some damage, but the damage will not be... Well, the gameplay will give you a feedback that you did some damage, but for some strange reason, the game will not register that you did anything. So you have to... Oh! Damn it! I'm on fire.
I thought you were trained to use that. Guys, they're all around me.
Cover me!
Oh, damn it. Okay, these are one of the specialized. These are the special
It may look bad, but
monsters that you have to be careful about. And as you can see, I just managed to heal myself while moving around. This is a nice change of things, all things considered. Okay, one down. Come on, go away. Go away, you bloody... The gits.
First aid cabinet there.
But yes, as you can see, we can... you can either heal your character with a first aid kit, or just find a healing station that you can use. As you can see, this is one of those specialized areas where you can get better weapons and equipment if you're bringing the right toolkit for everything. So let's see if I can kill this guy with a melee weapon. Come on!
Need ammo.
Come on, die already. Okay, these two are dead.
cover me! Reloading!
I'm in trouble. So I'll just run back in, try to heal myself up. Let's see.
Come on then.
I have to be careful not to do some team... Oh! Fuck up. Not to do some...
I'm alright, sir.
Not to do some team damage to my friend... Not to do some friendly fire. But this is a good opportunity to see the various... Oh! Versions of the...
I'll kill you if you do that again.
Various versions of our enemies.
Don't worry, I'd
So
never leave a friend.
let's see if I can heal up my teammates real quick here. As you can see, once you're
Out of ammo.
killed, or if you're healing, you'll enter a third-person view where you can, depending on the action, you can move around and heal yourself or your teammates and get away from danger, like I did when I healed up. So let's try to...
Sorry! Anyone got a fuse spare round?
Ugh. Come on! Okay, let's stop fighting here. Let's move. Oh. Where's the second guy? Oh, there he is.
Out of ammo!
Okay, I'll have to do something here.
Movies are right. Shoot it in the head. There may be a couple more times just for luck.
Let's see if I can kill this guy. Yeah, he's dead. Unfortunately, you're not capable. Oh, god damn it. Excuse me, I gotta run.
With you. Moving across the Washington Bridge.
As you can see, I'm not in a position to just... I can just normally...
Damn it. Pick up.
I can normally Oh, damn it, go, wait. Oh, guys, help. I can hold my attack for a stronger melee kill. The melee attacks are similar no matter how long you hold them, and they do, nobody knows how much damage. It doesn't seem like much in my opinion. And once you're knocked down, you cannot move, and our teammate just ran off on his own. Anyway, this is not how you play the game, as you just saw it. If the whole party gets obliterated, your continues are wasted, and you have to restart from scratch. So, yes, if you're playing this, make sure you stay with a group and help your teammates. This is one of the the most important part of the gameplay. Stick together and help each other. This is not solo survival. So anyway, I'm going to continue playing this, but yes, this is Back 4 Blood, basically a very fun title you can play with your friends once it comes out. But I would recommend that you wait for it. Wait for a sale before you buy it. It's rather expensive. The base game is already expensive. It's around 60 euros or dollars, and the deluxe edition is around 100. So yeah, do consider your options carefully. Anyway, I'm just gonna continue playing this, but that's about it for Back 4 Blood. It's a fun game you can play with friends, but there are some issues that I really think should be resolved. That should be resolved before the game is released to the general public.
That was an accident. I swear, it was an accident.
So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Bedomy. If you ever see me online and play the game, give me a call. I'd be more than happy to play with you guys.
Maybe you should go up front.
Alright, thank you very much for watching, and good night.